Hey guys, what's up? My name is Anthony, and welcome to another edition of BNA Sports Talk. And today we're talking in division. We're talking about the Redskins, and we're not discussing whether their name is racist or not. I'm discussing potential names that they can change it to. So, where do we go from here? You had the Cleveland Indians. They got rid of Chief Wahoo that they thought was racist, so they replaced it with the Big C. Do I love the new logo? No. I think it's kind of a step in a right direction. I'm not too sure what I really think about it. I'm just kind of like, whatever. I'm not offended. I don't care if they do or do not change it. But I have a list back in 2014 and a couple other team names that I've seen that they potentially change their name to. And obviously, there's so many hurdles that I have to do just to completely, reorganize their branding and everything. This is a huge deal. This is not changing a jersey. This is changing the whole identity of the team. And this is like $1 billion problem, thinking about changing maybe even the color scheme of the team. So you have to proceed with caution. So number one on this list was the Washington Griffins. Now, this is published back when they had RG3. That would have been funny. Have the Griffins. Well, why not the Haskins? You have the Redskins. Why not the Washington Haskins? And you have the skins part, and you can even include a face of him as the new logo, a little silhouette of him. I think that would work. You don't have to change the scheming that much. Just have him right there. And then, worry about it in a couple years when he's ultimately not playing with the team again. So as far as Griffins, that would be a pretty good idea. It's just weird to see. And that's with a lot of these things. It'd be weird to see. But the logo that they provided, that looks pretty good. The next one is the Red Hawks. You wouldn't have to change HTTR to the Hail to the Redskins. So maybe you just go Hail to the Red Hawks or something like that. I don't know. Maybe, I'm not sure what exactly you change. Miami University changed from the Redskins to the Red Hawks, the Miami of Ohio, I believe. That could be an option for them, and they would keep the coloring scheme. The next is the skins. I don't understand why they would change it just to the skins. I would much rather see like a pig skins or maybe a blue skins or a green skins. Why does it have to be the Redskins? You can just be like, we're from a different planet. We're like the green skins here. Maybe not have that with the Eagles. It may conflict a little bit. Maybe have the yellow skin. Okay, no, that wouldn't really work that well. Never mind. Let's go into the next one. It's the Americans, but you have the Patriots or you really have the Americans, you have America's team. That would be a direct shot at the Cowboys. You think you're America's team? No, we're the Americans. That'd be off. I definitely don't see that happen. The Hogs would be an interesting idea, but the connotation with it, it's like you have the Eagles, the Falcons, the Rams, teams like that. It kind of makes sense, you can brand it like the Hogs. And I know Dave Gettleman likes his hog mollies. I know the Redskins are a big physical team, like a lot of teams, I guess, besides, the Cardinals. But a lot of teams are big and strong. I don't like the connotation to that, but they're saying it has to do with Joe Gibbs back in the 1980s with those Super Bowl teams and the bring back the glory days of the franchise. So I can probably see that happening. The next is the Diesel. I don't know what they're trying to do with that. Imagine just picture it in your head with a lot of these, like the Washington Diesel. I don't think that that works a lot. It would be the only team in the NFL that doesn't end with an S if it's included. The next, the Washington Senators. There already was a baseball team called the Washington Senators. But they played all the way back in the early 1900s, I believe. We also know about the Ottawa Senators, and they're not a good team. So they have the 3 and 5 pick in this year's NHL draft, just in case any of you were wondering. But yeah, the Senators probably isn't a good idea. I'd much rather like the Filibusters or the Bipartisans or something like that. The Get Nothing Dones, just might as well just go all the way, So the next one on this list is the Warriors. The Warriors, they can bring back the spear that was on their logo back in the 1980s and 90s. So it could be interesting. You don't have to change that much. But again, the Golden State Warriors, would you have to pay them or something for that and those naming rights? I'm not too sure how legitimately that works, but I think you're gonna have to have a new team like the Bravehearts. The Bravehearts is an idea on this list, but there's an Oscar-winning film with that. You might get a little bit of getting sued and all these different things. It has a little bit to do with the military. Why not go all out and just the rebels? You keep the R. And that'd be a good idea, I think. You also had the DC Defenders back with the XFL. It's a little bit too corny and a little bit too cheesy for me. I don't really like that one. So next on this list is the Red Tails. You keep the R, but that doesn't really sound tempting or daunting or we're playing the Red Tails today. Yeah, they're a pretty good team. And there's not really much you can do for that. I like the logo of it, the little pilot, but you already also have the Jets. So that's not really that good. The next is the Renegades. I think that's what we're going to go with. They're going to go with that R, the old logo. Honestly, if you're the Renegades, like the XFL team, I think they're the Dallas Renegades, steal Dallas's team name and things like that. No, but I don't really love the idea. Next team is the Generals. It would be borrowed from the New Jersey former USFL team, but you can obviously have that. Obviously, Generals with Washington, D.C., like the history. Washington was a general, so it'd be like instead of General Washington, it would be the Washington Generals. But you might as well just have like, the Washington Ulysses S. Grants or the Washington Grants or the Washington Hamiltons. That'd be a funny name to go along with. But I definitely don't see that. And while we're along with the government, why not the Washington UFOs? With those conspiracy theories and things like that, you might as well have just a conspiratorial team. If you have any names along these lines, definitely let me know in the comments. Why do you even have Washington in the first place? They might as well just name it like the Potomac, like what's the area? Like the Maryland, the Maryland Monarchs. Oh, that's kind of a throwback to the Negro League. I don't know what I'm saying. Finally, the Washington Football Club. Again, what's like I heard the Seattle may just name their team, their new NHL team, to the Seattle like hockey, Seattle Incorporated. Like, I don't understand that. You have to have a team name. You have to figure it out. Whether you want to be called Washington something, the Maryland something, the Potomacs, the Washington Jeffersons is my favorite name. I just have it make no sense whatsoever. And then maybe it lasts a while. And then as far as, the team that made the most sense on this list that was voted for the most, it seems like Football Club won the most for this list, followed by the Warriors, Red Tails, and Renegades. And then the Diesel came in last place. That goes about from what I say, but I kind of like the Griffins. Now that RG3 is gone, that is a good idea. And some other team names that I think to potentially go for are you have to start with an R. The Red, I almost has to start with like Red something. I think they're going to go with the PC Red, Red Ribbon, Red Dragonfly. I don't know, something towards that name. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Let me know what you guys think. What should the Washington Redskins change their name to? Do you think it's racist? Do you think it's not? Do you think it should keep it? And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.